The late Sterling Moss once said, "To achieve anything in this game, you must be prepared to dabble in the boundary of disaster." While he was talking about Formula 1 and the very real risk they take, this could also be used to describe Trackmania. The stakes are different, but the mindset remains the same. Trackmania is a racing game developed by Nadeo that allows its players to race against the clock in a variety of challenging tracks. It has been praised for its creative levels and its smooth and intuitive controls. So the first Trackmania game was released in 2003, and since then 70 more installments have been released. This video is about the latest one, simply called Trackmania, which released in 2020. It is technically a free-to-play game, but it has a subscription model that is more or less required to get the full enjoyment out of the game. Luckily, it is fairly cheap in my opinion. You pay €10 a year to get the basic plan, which has all the maps. So I'd say that's a fair price for a game. And then you don't have to spend €60 on a game that might not be for you. In Trackmania, you simply control with your arrow keys to go faster, slower, or left and right. With these simple controls, you can do pretty much anything. The game doesn't really have much RNG except maybe some few moving parts in a map, so it's really up to you to be the best. There are a lot of various elements on the map that you have to learn. There are regular roads, ice surfaces, dirt surfaces, and a ton of variety in blocks with their own strategy. Maps are released based on the season, so the current pool of maps are winter 2022, and then in spring it will be spring 2023, so on. In this system, whoever holds the record when the season ends has the official world record for that forever. So you can still play the old maps, but the official world record holder will have their name immortalized in the game. This also means that what pro players or speedrunners have to practice for is changed every 90 days to keep the content fresh. You can also play custom-made maps by the community if you so desire. In fact, one of the most popular map types are hold forward maps, which proves that your input is in full control. These maps have the basic premise of holding forward and you're taken through the map sort of like a roller coaster in an amusement park. One of the keys of Trackmania is trying to improve your consistency. So Trackmania isn't like any other racing game. If you make a mistake in a typical racing game, you have plenty of opportunity to gain back time, but in Trackmania you usually restart until you get close to a perfect run. If you crash in Trackmania, you might as well just reset the whole course. There's also a huge difference in how the professional player plays and how the casual player plays. The professional players try to find shortcuts on the maps. They try to do anything possible using the tools and their skills to limit the time that it takes to finish a map. While casual players, they typically try to get the best time on the map, just following the road. Now, I wanted to show world record and I'm proud to say that that will never happen. Do you not understand the levels to this, you big dum-dum? This is a pro player and this is my personal record on the same map. At the heart of the game is the idea of challenging yourself and striving to achieve the best time possible on any given track. The game rewards players who are willing to take risks and push their limits. There is a certain thrill that comes from beating your previous score in a particular track or even a global record. It is this thrill and competitive spirit that has made Trackmania so popular. To the unfamiliar viewer, my gameplay might seem decent, but the experienced Trackmania player out there will have noticed that I am not good at the game. And that is okay. One of the important parts of Trackmania is that you do not have to compare yourself to everyone else. You can choose to compete with yourself. No matter what level you're at, there are always levels of difficulty you can choose for yourself. It is about testing your limits and pushing yourself to become better. It is about mastery and learning the skills necessary to become faster and better. The psychology of challenging yourself in Trackmania is also about being able to take risks. You have to take risks and make mistakes to learn and grow. This type of learning helps you to be able to make quick decisions and acquire the skills necessary to become a better player. When you accept failure, it helps build confidence and resilience. Challenging yourself is an opportunity to push yourself to the next level and discover hidden abilities you didn't know you had. Overall, the psychology of challenging yourself involves pushing yourself to the next level, taking risks and learning from mistakes. Accepting failure and learning from it is an important part of the game. Trackmania can be seen as an analogy for life. Just like in the game, we must constantly challenge ourselves and push our limits to become better people. We can learn a lot from the game about taking risks, learning from our mistakes and striving for excellence. It may seem like a trivial game, but it can teach us a lot about self-improvement and the importance of never giving up. Trackmania teaches for step-by-step improvement. It doesn't matter if it's only a millisecond. Every step forward is a step forward. Ultimately, Trackmania is a great game for both the casual and the hardcore gamer. It encourages players to take risks and strive for excellence in a fun and engaging way. And remember, you have to take all of this with a grain of salt. This is just a perspective that you can use to look at Trackmania. It's simply a lens. You might just look at it as a casual game, and that's fair. I'm not saying that this is the whole purpose of the game. I'm just saying this is a dimension I can see with the lens that I chose to look at the game from. I just think there's a lot to learn about the way we approach games, even though we don't think about it. So if you want to learn more about Trackmania, you should check out a YouTuber called Virtual. He's a Norwegian YouTuber with loads of good Trackmania content that are interesting even if you don't watch Trackmania on the regular. So I would really recommend that you go to his channel and check it out. So I hope that you guys found this video interesting. If you did, feel free to subscribe, like, comment, or watch some of my other videos. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.